Okay, this is video number 2 in the set at 6700 Rockfall Court in Clifton. My name is Randy Huntley, by the way. I'm with Property Management Advisors, and I'm the property manager for this particular unit. And so, as I'm walking through the threshold into the front door, I just wanted to make sure that everybody knew the condition of this screen door. That tells me, by just the look of that perhaps there could be some wind that comes in and grabs that door once in a while. So we want to make sure that the tenant takes care and is mindful of the fact that this was already here one time and it's been replaced. So I'm not sure if wind captures that storm door or not, but there's a double closer on there, so it should be okay. Wanted to mention that this is a touchpad key lock system, and we'll give you the code closer to the time that you're going to be moving in. But that's it's a touch pad, and there is a special code, and then you can also program that yourself. But that you can enter the house with a key or through the pad itself. Okay. Now, the thing that I find as I'm walking through the house is that the main level pretty much is hardwood floor. Now, I'd like to say that this is a perfect floor in every way, but it's not, and the owners will agree to that as well. You see, there are some scratches, there's some shadows, there's some new wood pieces here and there, there's some worn marks, there's some scuffs and some scrapes. So this is not a brand new floor. It's a very beautiful floor, but yet it still is marred by scratches and scrapes and scuffs like this, and we are claiming that right now, that we hope that the tenant doesn't cause any more than these things right here, but honestly there's not really a way to measure this, so we just say that the floor is in average condition, but with other floors about the same age. You see there's some difference in wood staining and colors, some scratches, scuffs, scrapes, those kinds of things here. Now, the tenant, if there's another micro scratch or scrape or scuff, tenants aren't going to be responsible for replacing floor or replacing, getting it sanded and refinished all over again. Now, there's a difference between that and maybe having a gouge going across all of the grains, deep across the grains. That then would constitute a security deposit issue. But as you've seen right now in the living room and in the office area here, that's not the case. There's all those other kinds of scratches and scuffs, things like that. Okay, going into the dining room here, we're going to look at floors, just floors, and I do like to take 100% accountability on the floors, even if I don't say, point out that there is a scratch here or a scratch there. With the video, we can say, we can tell that there are scratches and scuffs, scrapes. I say those three things all the time for hardwood floors because there are scratches, there are scuffs, there are scrapes on hardwood floors. And I just want to make sure that everybody is on the same page when it comes to the general condition. It's very difficult for property managers to adjudicate anything having to do with floors if we don't have a solid base to work on at this point. So we start from, where are we at now? What kind of condition are we at presently? And then we go forward from there. Okay, so we're in the kitchen now, as you might have guessed, and this is ceramic tile. And I imagine that this ceramic tile is going to be laying on plywood. And so on occasion there may, and I don't see any now, but there may be a tile, a ceramic tile that you might find is cracked. Sometimes tile is because tile is brittle, and the subfloor underneath the tile, the plywood shrinks and expands with moisture and heat and cold and dry air, wet air, that kind of thing, humidity. So, okay. Now this is more of a traditional hardwood, wide plank hardwood floor. And you see, even right now, there are some wear spots. We're in the, what would be the family room at this point. You see, there are some scrapes going across the grain. And although to look at the floor from a distance, I would call it beautiful. But having a look up front, or up close, you can see that there are several dings and scratches and scuffs, scrapes. And probably you can sing that chorus right now. Scuffs, scratches, scuffs, scrapes. But this is the only way that I've ever found that everybody stays on the same page when it comes to the ever important general walkthrough. So that we're all on the same page, so that the tenants aren't responsible for that because it's already there. Okay, great. So now we've videoed the flooring on just about every surface. We're going to go into the mud room here, and just to make sure. Great. Okay. Now what we're going to do is close out this video, and then we're going to start looking at the walls of the main level of the house here. And each video should just go a little bit quicker now that I've got a lot of the explaining out of the way. So let's go back to the living room and look at the walls.